healthy relationship, everything just kind of works. Sure, you might disagree from time to time or come upon other bumps in the road, but you generally make decisions together, openly discuss any problems that arise, and genuinely enjoy each other's company. On the other hand, in a toxic relationship, you might constantly feel drained or unhappy after spending time with your partner. Maybe the relationship no longer feels at all enjoyable, though you still love your partner. As a man, it's your responsibility to be able to point out the flaws, not only in your woman, but also in yourself if you want to live in a peaceful and healthy relationship. For some reason, you always seem to rub each other the wrong way or can't seem to stop arguing over minor issues. Relationships are the most defining moments in the life of a man. You might have likely been or currently are stuck in one of these bad relationships without even knowing why. If your girl has any of the traits that you are about to hear, then it's best for your own sake to let her go. With that said, let's check the 5 signs that you need to break up with her. Number 1. Lack of support. A toxic girlfriend does not support their boyfriend because she is too focused on her needs, not his. She will often make decisions based on what is best for her and disregard what is best for him or their relationship. These kinds of women will drag you down to their level and turn your previous success into a long-lost one. She might also exhibit unhealthy behaviors like controlling or jealous behaviors, putting him down to boost her own confidence, and manipulating the situation in a way that benefits only herself. She may even make it known that she is more important than he is in the relationship, meaning that his wants, needs, and desires are less valuable than hers. Ultimately, this leaves a significant gap when it comes to providing support since she simply doesn't care enough about him to do so. If you often find yourself sacrificing your delayed gratification activities for the sake of your relationship, you must leave her immediately. It might sound harsh to hear, but you are better off staying alone and growing every day than having company and being bound. If you make the mistake of holding onto her, you are only hurting yourself and your future. You must relentlessly hustle through life in order to be the best version of yourself. And sometimes your first step into doing so is by letting go of a pointless relationship. Shortly after breaking up, you would quickly realize that all that time you spent with her was a complete and utter waste. Number 2. She controls you. She always wants to control her boyfriend and take away his freedom of choice. By doing so, she places herself in a place of power that gives her a strong sense of satisfaction. This is often done through manipulation, guilt-tripping, emotional blackmail, threats, and ultimatums. Boldly and unequivocally, toxic girlfriends are a dangerous force that wreak havoc on their boyfriends' lives. These power-hungry women not only seek to dominate their partners, but also exhibit signs of insecurity by arguing with ridiculous accusations or jealous outbursts. Furthermore, if their needs are not met quickly enough, even small requests, they often respond with emotional intimidation or physical violence. Toxic girlfriends do not accept accountability for their actions, nor apologize for doing wrong. This self-absorption is damaging both to the relationship and any mutual respect between the two people involved. Fortunately, there's a way for you to break free from her clutches, and that is to break up. As I said, the feminist societal programming has probably rendered you unable to say no and stand up for yourself. The high-value masculine man is able to form a balanced, healthy relationship with his woman by handling it with a proper dynamic. A toxic woman will never allow you to do so. Number 3, she uses you. Although you may believe that your partner's love is always genuine, this isn't always the case. There are some ladies out there who are so desolate and in need of approval that they will suffer an entire relationship simply to feel valued. The dating industry is more competitive than ever. Things that were only an idea a few years ago now prowl the market like wild animals. Validation of the opposite sex. You should make every effort to avoid sexual encounters because for some people, they can be a significant ego boost. Observe how she interacts with you is one of the simplest methods to determine if you are being used as an ego boost. since you should already be aware of what it means. If she doesn't put forth the same effort or doesn't interact with you, she probably wasn't interested in you to begin with. Being with a woman who just relies on you to help her deal with her issues and troubles may be quite damaging, especially when you consider the fact that she will constantly be looking for your attention. They behave parasitically, sapping your life force to slake their insatiable desire. If you feel like she's needy to the point of turning the time you spend together into a chore, consider analyzing her behavior. You need to confirm that her interest in you is sincere and not just a ruse to make you a source of comfort for her. When you observe this conduct, you can assume you are single. Number 4, she is no loyal. Relationships need trust, and when this trust is broken, it can be hard to salvage it. These days, girlfriends are often disloyal to their partners because they prioritize their own happiness and desires over loyalty, values, and commitment. They may be seeking comfort in someone else, thrill in a new relationship, or simply lacking the emotional maturity needed to maintain healthy boundaries in a relationship. Furthermore, some women accept this behavior as normal and foolishly believe it is okay to betray their partner's trust, instead of being honest about what they want or need. Finally, girls who find themselves feeling unfulfilled in the relationship will often take the easy way out, leading them down an act of disloyalty, with little regard for anyone's feelings but her own. If your girlfriend or wife asks you to do certain things for her, and uses sex as a bargaining tool to make you do things, then that's a big sign of disloyalty in a relationship, because she only sees you as a tool and not as an actual partner, so she sees no necessity to be loyal to you. Number 5, she doesn't like your masculinity. Since the beginning of time, males have been encouraged to aspire to specific ideals of masculinity that were considered superior to those of their female counterparts. These values include strength, courage, and rationality. But today's ideas and expectations around gender are rapidly shifting. Some individuals now think that being a man contains particular meanings that are inconsistent with progressive ideals of inclusivity and justice. We are all aware of how current feminism has tarnished the image of masculinity and how the majority of women detest the male-to-female dynamic. A woman only wants to submit you to her will if she doesn't let you play the dominant role you need to play. You will destroy your self-esteem to the point where you are unable to make any decisions if you allow yourself to submit like a good, obedient servant. Never ever let her weaken your resolve, despite how difficult it can seem. Due to their societal training, many men fall into the trap of this reversal dynamic, which ultimately makes them subordinate to their domineering female partners. If you have such a partner, you need to break up with her, because if you keep on staying in relation with her, you will end up losing your masculinity. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Tap that subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm to see your next best way to level up as a. Watch these videos here.